December 12th, 2022, 6:14 in the morning. You are sitting in a penthouse at Albany Resort, Nassau, Bahamas. This place costs $30 million a year. You build it to your company as headquarters. Your laptop is open. The screen shows one number, negative 8,000,000,000 thous. That is not a glitch. That is real. That is Alameda Research's actual balance sheet, and every dollar of it belongs to someone else. You have not slept. You have been staring at that number all night. Then a knock. You think it is room service. You walk to the door in the same wrinkled shorts you wore to the U.S. Senate Banking Committee 3 months ago. You open it. Bahamian police, FBI standing right behind them. At this exact moment, 1 million people around the world have just lost everything they trusted you with. But this moment did not come from nowhere. It started 3 years earlier with one quiet decision that nobody was supposed to ever find out about. Your name is Sam Bankman-Fried. Everyone calls you SBF, MIT physics graduate, 30 years old. And at your peak, the second most powerful person in crypto after Satoshi Nakamoto himself. But here is what makes you different from every other billionaire. You drive a used Toyota Corolla, not a Ferrari, not a Tesla, a Corolla parked outside your $30 million penthouse every single night. Reporters photograph it and call you refreshingly normal. You wear wrinkled shorts and a creased t-shirt to meetings with billion-dollar investors. No suit, no tie. They write articles about how authentic you are. You tell every interviewer the same thing. You are going to donate 99% of your wealth to charity. You have a name for it, effective altruism. The idea that making money is only meaningful if you give it all away. The media loves it. The public loves it. Then come the moves that make you look untouchable. You pay $135 million for a 19-year naming rights deal. The Miami Heat arena now has FTX written across it in giant letters. Every game, every broadcast, millions of eyes. You put Tom Brady, Gisele Bündchen, and Stephen Curry in your ads. You pay them in FTX's own token, not real dollars. They do not know that part. You donate $40 million across 40 political campaigns, split through 4 separate PACs, so no single donation crosses the reporting limit. Then Congress invites you to testify. You play a video game on your laptop during the hearing. Senators call you the future of finance. You smile. You nod. Everyone sees the good guy. Nobody sees the second company and what you are doing inside it. Here's what nobody knows yet. You do not just own FTX. You own a second company, Alameda Research, a private trading firm that places massive bets on crypto markets every single day. You built it before FTX. You control both. And you have made sure the public never connects the two. FTX is where the customers are. Over 1 million real people, a teacher in Ohio, a nurse in California, a 24-year-old in Nigeria, all depositing real money, real savings, trusting that it sits safely in their account until they want it back. Alameda is where the problem starts. Your trading firm begins making bad bets, huge ones, hundreds of millions of dollars lost on illiquid crypto, tokens that crash and never recover. Alameda is bleeding and it needs cash to survive. So you make a decision. You add one line of code inside FTX's system, a hidden flag called allow negative that lets Alameda quietly borrow from FTX's customer accounts. No alert fires. No customer gets a notification. No board meeting happens. Nothing gets written down. You tell yourself it is a loan. There are no terms, no repayment date, no signature, no paperwork of any kind intentionally. To hide it further, you label the internal file inside FTX's Slack channel Korean Friends Fiat account, a name designed to confuse anyone who accidentally finds it. Make it look like nothing. Make it look boring? Alameda borrows 8,000 of customer money. $8 billion. Taken from real people's accounts. Silently. Across 2 full years. And for 2 full years, not one person outside that room finds it. For 2 years, the whole stays hidden. Then one reporter gets one leaked document and the whole thing collapses in 72 hours. November 2nd, 2022. A reporter named Ian Allison at CoinDesk receives a leaked document. He publishes it the same day. It is Alameda's balance sheet, your balance sheet. And it shows something that stops the entire crypto world cold. 40% of Alameda's total assets are FTT. Not Bitcoin, not cash, not anything real. FTT is a token that FTX itself created out of nothing. It is only worth something as long as people trust FTX. The moment trust breaks, it is worth zero. Changpeng Zhao sees the article. He is the CEO of Binance, the largest crypto exchange in the world, and your biggest competitor. At 11:38 a.m. EST, he posts one tweet to his 8 million followers. Binance is selling every FTT token it holds. FTT drops 30% in 11 minutes. Within 24 hours, $6 billion in withdrawal requests flood into FTX. $6 billion. Your system was never built to handle that volume because you never thought this day would come. You open Twitter and type, FTX is fine, assets are fine. You know it is a lie before you finish the sentence. You call Changpeng Zhao privately. You beg him to buy FTX and save it. He looks at the real internal numbers, not the public ones, and walks away in less than 24 hours. He says it is too messy. You freeze all withdrawals. The FTX homepage gets one line. We are experiencing a temporary technical issue. There is no technical issue. The money is simply gone. 1 million customers stare at frozen screens. The retired teacher in Ohio. The nurse in California. The 24-year-old in Nigeria. All locked out. All waiting. FTX files for bankruptcy on November 11th, 2022. Your net worth goes from $16 billion to effectively zero. Bloomberg calls it the fastest personal wealth destruction in modern financial history. The money was gone. The exchange was gone. But you did something nobody expected. You started talking. And every word you said made everything worse. The exchange is dead. The money is gone. Most people in your position would go silent. Get a lawyer. Say nothing. You do the opposite. You stay in the penthouse. You open your laptop. And you start giving interviews on camera from the same room where it all fell apart. You go on a live Zoom podcast with 280,000 viewers watching in real time. You look into the camera and say you didn't knowingly commit fraud. Your lawyers watch this happen and cannot stop you. You post 35 tweets in 1 week. Each one explains your side. Each one describes decisions you made. Each one lands directly inside the federal evidence folder because the moment FTX filed for bankruptcy, the DOJ's social media monitoring tool began archiving everything you posted in real time. Every word saved automatically. But the tweets are not even the worst part. Federal investigators pull FTX's internal servers. 2 full years of Slack messages auto-archived, never deleted. Inside those servers, they find Caroline Ellison's private memos. She had written out 7 different methods for presenting Alameda's balance sheet to outside auditors. 7 ways to make the $8 billion borrowing invisible. She wrote it down. It was saved. They found it. Caroline Ellison signs a plea deal in November 2022. She agrees to testify against you in exchange for a reduced sentence. 2 other co-founders, people who lived with you in that penthouse, do exactly the same thing. The people closest to you hand over everything. The people closest to you told everything. Now there was only one thing left, the courtroom. And the 100 letters the judge was about to read out loud. October 2023. The trial begins. 4 weeks. 30 witnesses. Every decision you ever made described out loud in a federal courtroom by the people who made those decisions with you. 3 of your closest co-founders sit across from you on that witness stand. People you lived with. People you trusted. They describe everything, the code flag, the secret file, the borrowed billions, in precise detail. Your mother sits in the front row every single day. She's a Stanford law professor. She understands every word of every testimony. The jury leaves the room. 4 hours and 10 minutes later, they come back. Guilty. All 7 counts. At sentencing, Judge Lewis Kaplan reads from 100 victim impact letters. A retired teacher who lost her entire savings. A nurse who lost $90,000. A father who will not be able to pay for his children's college education. Then the judge looks directly at you. He knew exactly what he was doing at every step. 25 years. Federal prison. You are 32 years old. Under the federal good conduct rule, 85% of sentence served. You will not walk free until you are at least 53. March 28, 2024. Case closed. But the real question is not how you got caught. The real question is, how did it work for 2 full years right in front of everyone? Here's the truth. FTX did not collapse because crypto is dangerous. It collapsed because you made one hidden decision and then made thousands more decisions just to protect that first one. The code flag, the fake file name, the silent borrowing, each one existed only to cover the one before it. Enron did this. Madoff did this. Theranos did this. One hidden number. A structure built around hiding it. Then the structure becomes the entire company. And it works every single time because the person running it looks exactly like what we expect a genius to look like. Wrinkled clothes, charity pledges, a used Toyota Corolla. The money was never the weapon. The trust was $8 billion stolen. 1 million people hurt. 25 years in prison. The largest crypto fraud in human history. And somewhere right now, the next one is already running. If you want to understand how the next one is already happening, subscribe. One story like this every single week.